Welcome back to the channel for another video on our Project STI. So this week is a pretty chill video. We're just going to be hanging out in the garage. Now I've never installed this product before, but it should be pretty easy, and it does go in the trunk. So let me flip you guys over and I'll show you what we're going to be doing today. Let's go. All right, so over at the bench we have our Kilmat, our sound deadening that we're going to be putting in our trunk. So since this car doesn't have a spare tire, that is basically what is the sound deadening in the trunk. So I'll get the trunk popped and we'll knock in a few places and you'll hear what I'm talking about, where it sounds very hollow and tinny, and we should be able to get all of that fixed with adding some sound deadening. And I also picked up a nice little roller off Amazon. We'll have both of these products linked in the description, but let's go in the trunk and I'll show you what I'm talking about. All right, so in the trunk here, you can see we have no spare tire, and if we just hit over here versus, I mean, this is solid, and then this is hollow. So by adding the sound deadening, we're going to be fixing this in this video. So I'll get you guys, I'm not sure where I'll get you guys set up, but I'll get you guys set up. We'll start laying this down, and we will use the roller, and we will get this project completed. Let's go. So as far as any instructions that they had of laying this stuff down, they did just recommend, of course, just getting the surface cleaned. And since it is a little bit colder out, they did recommend using a heat gun to heat up the metal and the material, just so you get the best adhesion. So I'm just laying them out just to see how many we're going to roughly need to fit in the wheel well here, and then we can start rolling. All right, so I've got a pretty good flow on how to get this stuff installed, and we just got like 2 more pieces to install over here, and I just really wanted to go over just like what I've learned throughout just putting all of this on. So what I've learned while getting this stuff installed is you definitely want to have the surface warm, and this doesn't need to be as warm as the surface. When this gets like super warm, it gets very sticky and tacky, and I kind of just want the heat on, a little bit more heat on the metal, and it keeps the mess down. And you see how you get like a little bit of spillage here on the sides? That was from just the material being too hot when I put it on, and it kind of just like seeped out a little bit. But it's not really a big deal. It doesn't do anything. It's just not like perfect looking, which we can go back and fix up later. But I would recommend just heating up the metal and then just lightly heating this up and then put it on. So we'll get these last 2 pieces put on together. So I got the heat gun on the low setting, and we're just getting this nice and warm. The metal is cold to touch right now, so we just want it like some sort of heat in it. It doesn't take very long, just like 10-15 seconds. Yeah, it already feels Pretty good. All right. And then the next thing I learned is if you want to trim the material, you trim it now. You don't trim it when it's hot because it gets all sticky. Got our cutters there, but I don't think we're going to need those right now. Let's get it lined up where you want. Yeah, we'll go this one here. So just peel the back off just like a sticker. There we go. And then you see how it's like tacky. So just hold it in one corner, grab the heat gun, and we're just lightly going to put some heat on this. And that should be good. And then place it down. All right, grab your roller, start rolling. Now this material is very forgiving when rolling it. If you have a little bit of overlap, that's perfectly fine. It like mushes right together. And just like 10 seconds of rolling. And we're all set. So we're going to get this next piece installed right here. Probably have it just like this, and then we'll add a little piece right there just so we have a nice arc. Just get it like that. So we're going to trim this a little bit. So I keep forming it with my hand with the paper on, so we get like a nice shape. And you can kind of see where we're going to cut it. And you can kind of just like trace it with your finger, like so. Then you have a nice little template to go by. So let's get this cut up real quick. There we go. Piece looks good. So step one, heat up the material. Step one, heat up the car. And then step two is going to be heat up the material. All right. And let's peel our sticky back off. And then lightly heat up the Kilmat. Let's get it installed. There we go. All right, well, there you have it. Our trunk is Kilmatted, so let's get our trim back together and let's see what it looks like. All right, and there you have it. Our trunk is Kilmatted. So the reason why we only did this left side right here is this is where the muffler is. So there are some heat shields and stuff in here that might vibrate and could pass through the cabin. So that's what we have, just a little bit on this side, and then we have the entire spare tire trunk well completed. So with the sound deadening completed, it's going to be much quieter and much more enjoyable inside the cabin. We'll keep those bad drone sounds out and keep all the good EJ rumbles in. That's all I got for you guys on this one. Quick, easy, fun video getting the Kilmat installed in our trunk. And I will have the Kilmat and my roller linked in the description below if you guys want to check it out. But other than that, until the next one, see you guys.